we have, this is the pound yen for the, I just have to put this titles in for the recording. This is the pound yen for the January the 24th. Now, as all of you guys recall that our structure point in the pound yen has been the 146.74, and this has been a beautiful point that has been paying us tremendously over the last several months, and every time we break above it or below the 146.74, we'll get a few hundred pips on either side. But if you're looking at this chart right now, we break above it. It took us about 400 pips. So from here, from this break, it took us to 151. It took us about 400 pips. The second time we broke from here, it took us 200 pips. The third time we broke, it took us another 250 pips. The third time we're here, we're trying to break, we didn't even get 100 pips. So what does the chart say? It says that it is weakening and weakening. Every time it breaks above the structural point, it is not getting the same momentum or the same oomph above, or it's not getting the same amount of buying above the structural point, and yet it resolves itself with momentum to the downside. That is a very negative behavior, and we should be looking for a continuation to the downside, and we should be looking for a test of the 139.73. The only reservation that I have here is, again, that this is just a big range, so we are going to be trading when the short when it trades below 144.59. So my short point is easy. Nothing has changed the pattern and the trend. All the setup is the same. We're negative on the pound yen. For the ones that just joining us for the first time, look at this. This is the weekly chart, and this is our structure point, the 146.74. So we should be looking at, again, towards a test of the 139. We are below last week's low, all these weeks low, so we're looking for a continuation to the downside. These are all the same setup, so nothing has really changed except the intraday, intra-week volatility of the pound yen. So we want to go short below, this is 59, we want to go short below the 144.59. Now, as far as the long point, there is no real long point that really deserves us looking at the pound yen unless we get a trade above the 146.74. Or sound muffled again. Is this better, Leonard? How about this? Okay, I don't know what's. I have been testing all the mics. I have 4 different microphones here. I know, Greg, Cosmic. I really have a. Okay, let me try one thing. I'm going to do a test. Okay, I'll continue. All right. So is no real buying point unless it gets above the 146.74. So let's see. You can start nibbling at the long if it gets above the 146. So we can do a little bit of, which is not for this one here. So maybe we can buy above 146. So we can buy, and if you're going to be buying above 146 or 5, you're going to put your stop you're going to put your stop below the 149. So you're going to be buying above the, and we're going to go short let's see how many here. 144.59. 144.59 or 144.60 is one and the same. Okay? Thanks, Ahad. So this is the setup. Okay? So we are going to go long above 146.05. We're going to put our stop below 145.39. We're going to go short below the 144.65, and if we trade below the 144.65, this is your target over here. This will be your target. You're looking at the 139. I mean, you're looking for a major capitulation to the downside. This is quite a serious reversal. I mean, this is the next, every time it breaks below the 146. Look here. Took us to the next move, it took us right through the 145, and it took us all the way down to the 139. So if it does break through the 144.59 and it sells off, again, this is exactly like the number, the 159.80 in the pound dollar. If it comes below 139 and it gets back above it, you want to close your trade. You don't want to. You want to take your profit if it breaks below it and comes back above it again. So let's put our numbers here. This is the structure long as is, and our structure short to the downside is the 130. 139.68. Okay, I'm going to answer the question.